Hey everyone, Chef Leroy here, and welcome to my channel. Well, today is not about cooking. I actually ordered some new slip-on pipes for my Roadglide, and I'm going to put them on today. At least I hope so. So before I could do that, I'm in my garage. It's about 30 degrees outside, so I got a kind of a blower heater on right now just to warm it up a little bit in here. I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. I'll show you what I'm doing with the bike, and but before I do that, I want you to hear what it sounds like so we can do an after sound test as well, just so you know. And these are S&S pipes. I picked these up at the Donnie Smith bike show on Sunday. Actually, I ordered them on Sunday and I got them delivered on Tuesday. It's Wednesday today, so I thought, you know what? I'm really gonna try to knock these out. All right. Well, let me turn off that blower heater and we'll start pulling the pipes apart. All right, one of the first things I did is I took my bags off, and these bags come off really easily. These are the screw mounts here, and you just literally unscrew them. And now that I've taken them off, I see that I got a lot of cleaning to do underneath this. But I'm gonna turn the bike on so you can hear what the pipes sound like again. So, I mean, this is in my garage, so it's gonna be a little louder than would be if you were outside, but believe me, when you take the bike outside, it doesn't sound as good. But the new pipes should sound great. All right, so that's what the pipes sound like now. And I don't want to run it too long because you want to have the pipes cool. And I don't want to be waiting too long. All right, kickstand stays down. And we're just gonna make sure this is lined up underneath the frame properly. Not hitting anything major. I'll hold the handlebar and start. And just like that. I've got these little bars. I'll drop them down. Those will keep it from, if anything happens to the hydraulic, it will automatically catch it. So it can't fall. Alright, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and spin these little guys down into the floor so it doesn't move around on me. And let's check to see if everything's stable. And everything is stable. Alright. Alright, so this is my first attempt at changing pipes out. So you have a bracket here to remove the bolts from, and then there is a clamp right here. Oh, garden bench. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright, so that clamp needs to have, I believe it's the 1/2-inch wrench. Got my tools right here. So let's take a look and see if that's the one. It's nice though, because now that I got the bag off, and I didn't realize how the back of the bag is pretty dirty too, unfortunately. Because this right side of the bike, this clamp right here is it's quite big. Let's try the 5/8. Yep, it's 5/8. All right. Oh, there we go. That was a little trip at first. Well, that one's loose. All right, what size are these guys? I know the other side pipe is different too. They're literally different sizes. So this side here is a 5/8 for that clamp. That's the right socket for that guy. I'll tell you one thing, those pipes are, they're heavy. That's probably why they want you to use an extension, so you don't bump that pipe. That's what happens. That's one out. theory, it shouldn't drop because I still have the pipe slid in. Yeah, it's really interesting because the pipes are a completely different size, the opening for the where it clamps on here. Okay, got that loose. Bolts are there. Well, let's see how this goes. Kind of always makes you nervous when the bike's up on a stand and it's moving around. Last thing you'd want that thing to do is fall down. I feel like it's not even moving really. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Woo! Going in is not going to be as hard. Ugh. God, I hate the way the bike shakes. That's kind of freaking me out. I almost got it out though, I think. Come on. Come on out of there. Harder than I thought it was going to be, my friends. Come on. And there's no other way to pull it. I mean, seriously. Yank it out of there. So doing it this way. Woo! Come on. Moving around. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh. So there. Come on. Oh my God. But I'll tell you one thing. This pipe weighs less than the other one by a lot. So there's your removal. Oh, all right. Let's get the other pipe. All right, we've got the pipe out of the box. Now here's the interesting thing. So the clamp that is on the original pipe right here has a nut, right? And the new clamp, which you're supposed to use, it has a Allen wrench or hex screw. And it's funny because it's a 6mm. So I think that's interesting. All right, so, and they give you new hardware. So these are your new attachment bolts that go into this bracket up here. And let's see what size it is. Just to verify we have the right tool. Yep. All right, so the screw is a 1/2 inch, okay? So you need a 1/2 inch socket wrench with a small extension, and you're gonna need one of these guys. Now, I mean, look at this pipe. This thing is freaking awesome. And it's quite a bit heavier, honestly. So I got it sitting on this tarp here. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put that clamp on the pipe. I don't think so. There's no fucking All right, pipes are on. I had a really hard time with this right side pipe. That thing was, because the pipe is so fat, it was catching up on this top piece here. And I was hitting the actual axle bolt. And the other thing is the flange itself wasn't quite, I don't think it was open enough. I got the other one on, it went on just like butter. It was so easy. So I ended up having a friend of mine come over and help me out. He disconnected the inside pipe there. We pulled this out a bit to slide it in. It's still really hard to get on, but man, does it sound good. I'll rev it up. We're here now. sounds like a motorcycle. Yes. I got a little smoky stuff going on here. I put some gun oil on it to try to slide that on a little easier. But anyway, it's actually super easy to do as long as that pipe fits on there well. I don't know what it was going on with it, but it was really hard to get on. Anyway, that's kind of it on this video here. Like I said, it's really super easy. You take these off, you get new bolts, and you also get new clamps that go on. And it's kind of weird because it's like a 6mm Allen wrench that you're supposed to use to get them on. I'm not sure why they went to 6mm because it's a Harley bike, but anyway. Also, I want to show something here too. So these tips on here, if I want to, there's screws on the bottom, and I can actually turn these upside down. So if I wanted to turn them over, but I kind of like this look right now, so we're gonna ride along and see how that works. So next thing I'm gonna do here now is get my bags back on. I'm gonna shut it off here for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna put my bags back on. So gotta get them up here. Got my little clamps in here. These are my screw clamps, and just slide up the clamp with the hole here. Come on. I mean, it's pretty slick, y'all. Honestly, if you want to get to any that's underneath part, this is the way to do it. And they're on. Well, at least one side. Kind of have this locking system that they work on, but that's it. And that one's on. All right, let's go do the other one here. It's this bracket down here on the bottom is what holds the bag up, so you just set that right on the bracket. Now my clamps are still in there. I didn't pull them all the way out. All right, we're all ready for riding. So, new pipes from S&S sound flipping awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the bike over to the other side of the garage where it was. And that is a wrap on installing slip-ons. And they are supposed to go over the top of the other pipe. This thing just gets a little wonky because, like I said, that one right side, that opening for that pipe, it just was not open very far, and it was super difficult to get that one on. But I got it on. I don't know why the other one was like butter. It just went on so easy. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys tonight. We are ready to ride. Okay, I just wanted to explain something about this right side pipe, okay? This one was really difficult to get on. It was pretty hard to get off as well. I mean, it's only 2 bolts and a clamp, right? Well, what we ended up having to do, I had to loosen up that cross pipe that goes into this pipe from the other side of the engine. And then we used a bar to push the pipe away from there. We didn't loosen up anything else in here. We just moved it a little bit. And then we were able to get that pipe on. But this pipe is so fat, so what happens is it bumps up against the bolt that goes to the axle. It's that bolt. So because this pipe is so fat, it doesn't line up very good. So it kind of sits at an angle when you're trying to push it on there. So that was one of the reasons why it was easier just to loosen this one up, push it out just a little bit, and then we got the pipe on. The pipe was still really hard to get on, but you know what? Honestly, after all of that hard work, this thing sounds freaking awesome. So I'm so happy about that. And anyway, there you go. We're ready for some warm weather riding. Just got to get this crappy cold weather away from us. I did drive it last Friday to work, which was awesome. A little chilly in the morning. The unfortunate part with this bike is I don't have heated grips. I'm gonna have to look into that because that would have helped a lot. My hands got just a little bit of cold, even with some insulated gloves on. Well, we'll get a camera on the bike when we're out driving a little bit more, and we'll show you some of the other fun things and sound. The other one I was going to show you here too. I'll come around the bike. I am buying a new phone clip. It's one of the magnetic ones, and it comes from Clockworks, the same company that does those windshields. It's really slick. It bolts right onto here. So this one I can take off. It looks so clunky anyway, and then it's magnetic. Choop, pops right on. So I'm really excited to try that out. You know, and then I've got my camera clip over there for my action cam. So okay, guys. Yeah, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It became a little bit more of a project than I was expecting, but like I said, it's 2 bolts and a clamp. And that right side was a little tough to get on. Oh, the other thing I got recently too, I found passenger boards at the swap meet at the Donnie Smith motorcycle show, and I need passenger ones. So I found those top plates, but what I'm looking for now, I need this bottom plate, and I just got these other brackets that go onto the bike right here. So once I get all the parts, I'll kind of show you how I can put that together too, if I'm mechanically feasible to do it. So I can cook a nice pasta. I can cook a lot of things, but when it comes to some mechanical stuff, I get a little challenge in these things. But anyway, you guys have a good day. Chef Leroy, and out.